We got to start off with a 0 to 60, see what the 5.3, 10-speed, 342 gears, and four-wheel drive can do. Just gonna let off the brake and mat it. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's 40, 48, 50, 55, 60. She runs out pretty daggone good for a little 5.3. What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be a very in-depth look at my 22 GMC Sierra SLT four-wheel drive. I want to try to cover every square inch of this thing in today's video and show y'all all the new features that the 22 refresh offers, because honestly there's not a lot of videos out, especially not about the SLTs. So I want to show you everything. We're going to check out the full exterior, see all the new changes. We're going to go underneath this thing, see if we can spot any changes they didn't necessarily tell us about. Get inside, check out the awesome new interior. It is so much improved this year. It's absolutely insane. So be sure to subscribe, leave a like. Going to be a ton of content on this truck. We're going to be completely changing it. It's going to transform into something absolutely amazing. I've had this truck for about 4 days and it has been absolutely amazing. I have thoroughly enjoyed it and I absolutely love it. So obviously, like I said, 22 GMC Sierra SLT four-wheel drive in Onyx Black, and the SLT package gives you all of these chrome bits. So if you're not a big fan of chrome, the SLT package is not for you because it's got tons of it, but I personally love it, and I think paired with the right wheels and tires, it's going to look absolutely amazing. I think all the little chrome bits look really good on here. We've got the complete new front clip. I think it looks super good. It is absolutely massive, right? And like I said, this is the standard four-wheel drive, so this is just kind of your low sitting truck. Wait for the running lights. Oh my gosh, they are so sick. Super bright, super aggressive. Says GMC right here in between the high and low beams. Says Sierra right here, and not a bunch of cheddar cheese. Fortunately, some trucks have a ton of orange in the side markers. This one's not too bad, doesn't stand out that bad, thank goodness. This is the new grille, obviously. Massive, as you can see behind it. Tons of space back here. I could probably sit back there. It's bizarre. I guess that's just the way that the shape they had to make it. There's just tons of room right there. But all this new sweeping bumper, all new, looks amazing. Right here where the fog lights used to be on the last gen is now just a little air vent. The fog lights are now down here in the bottom, which I am super glad they are blacked out. Nice, clean black, gloss black. It's not a cheap chrome looking anything like that. It's awesome looking. It's very sleek. They're very bright. I absolutely love it. Like I said, the truck is very low. Got the little air dam down there. Our new bottom valance with our tow hooks. Looks awesome. I absolutely love it. The front end is, dude, it's just so killer. I can't get over those headlights. They are amazing. The biggest thing is obviously the interior, so let's go ahead and check it out. It is absolutely amazing in here. Let's see if we'll hop in here real quick and get the animation, and then we'll check out everything. As you can see, using both screens, it transitions from the dash to this one with GMC. It's very cool. It's a very cool feature. So let's go over here, check out the door first. So as you can see, we've got this nice new dark wood grain with the chrome. I absolutely love it. Some people don't like wood grain in trucks and stuff, but it is super awesome. I absolutely love it. Door handle's different than the previous gen. It's nice and skinny. It's almost sharp, but it's a great feel, much better than the previous body style. So here we've got our lock unlocks. Then we've got our memory seats, so you can set, 1 to 2 people and then have your exit seats and everything like that. Then here we've got our mirrors, so you can adjust which one you want to control, steer them all the way around, lock it to where no one can roll the windows down except you. And then here is our power fold mirrors. And they also fold in whenever you lock the truck. And then we've got automatic down and up front windows, automatic down rear windows. Let's take a step back. There's your door. So here's our seats. Truck is filthy, been driving the crap out of it. Very similar design, but obviously a little bit different as well, especially when you go to the center console and everything, but very similar to design to the previous gen. The back is very nice and comfy. The base is a little bit on the firm side. That's been like that for years. Obviously all your power controls to control everything. So here we are. Let's go ahead and jump in it, crank it up, and we'll start working our way from here over all the new features. So Sorry about that, guys. My phone connected to the Apple CarPlay, so it cut the video. But here's the all-new dash. It's absolutely amazing. It looks so incredibly good. Completely digital and customizable. So let's scroll through here. So this is my setup. This is how I set everything up. You can change literally everything. There's a couple generic layout changes that you can do. Mine's on classic, and then I went in and adjusted things, but let's just go to progressive. It's kind of the same style as the previous GMC gauges were, that kind of shape. Let's go to digital. There you go. And then clean. All this is personal preference. I chose to go with classic and then literally add everything possible. So if we go back, you can go in here and whatever is lit up, you can change. You can put that info over here or that info over there. Change all this underneath to where there's not anything, or there's only two, or there's just your fuel. You can do all those different things. So I chose to add, let me just show you. So you can do that. You'll see it scroll in. I chose for maximum. Then you go here and obviously you see all the things that you can change. So it's very, very cool to be able to change all those different things. Obviously things like this, you can turn your, like it says, if it'll focus. Wow, it's not. There we go, there we go. So if we go back, let's go over to info. So like I said, this is how I have my screen set up. We'll just toggle down through here, nothing on this drive. So the truck has 317 miles on it. So this is the lifetime results currently. 18.9 average MPG, 28.9 average miles per hour. Obviously over here it's showing 19.3. Been sitting here idling for quite a while. It was over 20 when I parked. Same deal there. Your timer, got your air pressure, your maximum and your average MPG. This is your distance for your cruise control. Oil life, brake pad life, air filter life, off-road. It obviously shows you all your angle degrees and what if you're in two-wheel or four-wheel. Engine hours, transmission fluid temp, and then back to the top. So that's all customizable. It's all awesome. I see some things in the camera reflecting differently than what you see in person, but it is absolutely amazing. Now, before we jump over here to the center stack, let's start back over here. So right here, we've got our parking brake, emergency brake, whatever you want to call it. Here is our four-wheel drive. So we have auto four-wheel drive, which if you want to put it in that, then if it senses slippage, it will put it in four-wheel and, you know, help you out of whatever situation you're in. Or two-wheel high, obviously what I'm running in, or four-wheel high. This does not have four low. This is a single transfer case truck, does not have the dual transfer case truck. You have to get the X31 package in order to get that. I'll have a whole video talking about that because there is some unfortunate details that don't allow you to get it with the packages that I chose for this truck that I thought would be way more beneficial. But anyways, if this knob is twisted, it puts you in your different modes. So we're in normal, now we're in sport. Go over to off-road, and then terrain mode, which it wants you in four-wheel high for that. I think it tries to mimic four low in that mode. I might be wrong with that, but I believe that's what I read. Unfortunately, it does not save whatever mode you are in. Whenever you turn the truck off, it immediately goes back to the standard mode, which does kind of suck, but that's typical. So over here, we've got our lights that are on the front side of the mirrors. We've got our cab or bed light. Flick that on, cargo lamps. Then this is your adjustment for the brightness of all of your screens and dash. This is going to be your fog lights, which if you're a subscriber of this channel, you should immediately hit when you get in the vehicle. And then here you can just adjust what lights you want on. Obviously, everyone should just leave it on auto. Also, with the lights up here, you can click this whenever your low beams are on, and it will automatically turn your high beams on when it senses that there's no vehicles on the road in front of you, which is pretty cool. Here's your windshield wiper controls, which this does have the rain sensing glass or wipers or whatever it is. So if it starts to rain, it's going to start wiping the windshield by itself. But here's your controls if you want to manually do it. And obviously here you can use your fluid for it. Now, one big audio change, which I'm about to show you, you're either gonna love it or hate it. Probably the biggest audio change on the new trucks. Listen to the blinker sound. It's questionable for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty questionable, but that's the new sound. So let's go back to the steering wheel. So here's all of your cruise control things. Obviously, turn it on and off with this. You can disengage it with that. Pull that down to set it. Push that back up to reset it. Here is your distance. So you'll see when I push that, you can adjust the gap distance between you and the vehicle. If this will keep you with your foot off the brake or gas, it'll slow down and speed back up whatever the vehicle in front of you is doing. Here we've got our heated steering wheel, which did not get ripped off thanks to the chip shortage. It's one, I do have a couple features in here which we'll go over, but heated steering wheel does work. Over here we've got our voice command, so you can click this and talk to the truck. You can have this to hang up a phone call, and then obviously these buttons, you can adjust everything on your cluster. That's how you go through there. Now you might see here and here, we do have paddle shifters in this truck, which leads me to this guy, which is going to be controversial. We'll get to that in a minute, but I will say if you pull this down twice, put it in the L, let's turn our parking brake off. This is the mode where you can actually adjust. If you see down there, we can change the gear ratio, which is unfortunately slow enough to be a little bit annoying and not make me want to use it. But this is a truck, so I mean, it's kind of to be expected. There's another one of the new noises. But behind here, this can change your radio stations. This is below the paddle shifter. Over here, this changes your volume. While we're talking about the steering wheel, you can adjust telescoping and everything just by using that guy. Here's your good look at the new dash on this side. I really like these little cutouts. It's definitely way more aggressive, which, just speaking about being aggressive, this dash is super aggressive. I love it. The hood, the dash, everything when you're driving, it just feels aggressive. It honestly just doesn't feel like you're driving a wimpy little stock truck. It feels beefy, feels manly. I really enjoy it. It's been an awesome, awesome driving experience so far. Obviously, another thing to note, you do have grab handles on the front pillars, but that's it. You do not have the little fold down in here, which does, it's kind of unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you got them up front. So now, up here, you got this little cubby hole, which I'm sure will accumulate many, many things, and you'll look down there and be like, oh wow, that's where everything went. But here's the big boy, the new screen. This is it. So this is your home screen. That's your home button. You also have a physical home button right here you can click. You do have one knob, which is obviously to turn the power on and off and then adjust your volume. So this is all with Google Assistant now. So it definitely is much different than the typical that we're used to. Obviously, it's all, this is just, everything in here is different now, but this definitely threw me off at first glance. So this button right here is how you can communicate with Google and ask them questions. It does work pretty daggum good. A little bit of delay, but nothing bad. I would click it, but it's obviously connected to my phone and it's going to trip out the video and make it quit. So not going to be able to do that. But go to audio. You no longer have a tune knob, which is kind of cool. Let's say you want to go to 103. It puts the decimal in there. 7. You just go. Automatically take you there, but you don't have a physical tune knob. It's kind of sketchy, I guess, if you're going to be driving. Obviously here, let's hope it doesn't disconnect my phone. Okay, it's not. So wireless Apple CarPlay, of course, which is awesome. Works flawlessly. Absolutely love it. Let's go back to the home. All your different things, maps, phone, cameras, Google Assist, Play Store, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto for all you unfortunate souls. I'm joking. If you have an Android, that's fine. As far as cameras go, we only have 3 in this truck, which I will say the resolution does not seem to be as good as the previous gens, or maybe it's just on the bigger screen, but it's pretty daggum grainy, as you can tell. So we got this view. Then you got your little line so you can steer, and it'll tell you where you're going to go, line up with your trailer hitch and your trailer. And then you got a ball view. I don't have a hitch on here because multi-pro tailgate, but yeah, that's your views. Swipe over, a couple more things, your settings. Obviously your climate controls are down here, but you do have a cool climate screen where you can change everything and see all your numbers and all that jazz, right? My GMC app, podcast. This does have Wi-Fi. You obviously have to pay for it after a couple months. Then over here, I just keep it on clock because this. This is wanting you to do all kind of things with your trailering app. I don't want to see that. I'm already looking at it on this screen. And then you got Google Maps right here. So you can leave it on whatever, but it's kind of cool with the clock, even though the time's right there as well. Okay. So anyways, screen's absolutely awesome. There's not much of a delay on some things. There's a slight delay, and it is, it's working pretty daggum good right now. Maybe it's, see, like that right there, that's, you can't really complain. Okay, it's not instantaneous, but it's also not enough to where you can complain. Okay, let's go down here to our buttons. So we got a dummy button right here. This is for if you want to turn this on and you want your truck to scream at you every time you get onto the line, leave that on. I leave it off because it's super annoying. This is going to be your auto stop start, so you can obviously turn that off so that the truck does not turn off whenever you're at stop signs, but it does work pretty daggum good. So if you want to leave it on, it's not going to be that big of a hindrance. Now here you can drop your tailgate, you got your hazards, traction control, and all windows down. So you click this, all the windows are going to roll down, and then one more dummy button on the end. Now if we come down here, on this model we have the same stop start as like my Trail Boss had. Right here we've got our trailer brake controller. Come over here, we've got just a smorgasbord of controls. Now unfortunately mine did get hit with a chip shortage, so I'm gonna have to get these, they call it retrofitted. So at some point they're gonna send me a letter in the mail and say, hey, bring your truck in, we're gonna install these microchips. It's gonna make it work. This truck does have cooled and heated seats, but right now they do not work because they are not equipped. So it's going to be like a recall. They tell me it's in, bring it in, they'll fix it, and I'll have those eventually, but they couldn't give me a timeline on it. But I will definitely appreciate it when the cool seats get in, if it is before summer gets out, because it is freaking hot. I was really hoping those did not. I would much rather sacrifice you and have my cooled seats, but didn't get to choose. So obviously here's all of our climate controls, everything standard stuff, right? Then here we've got our USB, USB-C. That's pretty much it for the top portion of the center stack. Now we working our way down here. This is the big thing. Sorry about the lighting, it's getting a little crazy. We no longer have the column gear shifter. I know this is the end. This is the end. Like, they're not going to put it back unless you get the custom or whatever has the previous body style, or maybe if you don't have if you have the flip bench, you still get the column. But if you got a full center console, you get this guy, and it doesn't feel bad, but it definitely doesn't feel manly at all. I feel like I'm in like a little Range Rover or something like that. But here's how you work everything. If I can get it to there we go. So you have to mash this. If you want to go in reverse, you just mash that, push it forward all the way, or just a little bit. Mash it, pull it back. That gets you in drive. Obviously, that gets you to where you can control the gears. You want to put it in park, just tap that. If you want to just go into neutral, I don't really know how. Just up one. Yeah, up one. Then all the way up goes to reverse. Okay. So it doesn't actually like rotate like a Ford or something where it pulls back. It just kind of toggles. That's all there is. So yeah, so far it feels all right. I've definitely caught myself several times reaching up here to change the gear select, but this is what we got. It's not terrible. It's not the greatest, but I mean, it's livable. All right, so here's the rest of our center stack. Obviously just a place to throw all your crap. 2 cup holders here. This is nice for laying your phone or your wallet or something. I kind of feel like they just didn't know what to put here because it's not as smooth, I would call it, as the previous generation that had cup holders right here. But they had to do something because we do have wireless charging down here, which is great because my 13 Pro Max actually does fit in it and charge with a non-special case on it. I just have a generic case and it charges in here, and there's room around it so that my phone actually can move around. So if phones, which I'm sure they will, get even larger than my phone already is, they're going to be able to fit in there, because my Trail Boss, which did not have wireless charging, but had this thing where that would have been, the phone would not fit all the way down in there. And I'm on a 2018 Silverado that had the wireless charging right here. My phone definitely didn't fit in there, and it would not charge now that I got the Max, or the Pro Max model. That's the larger screen, larger phone, whatever the case. So this is working really good. That's really nice. It's nice to be able to just put your phone down there, have it charging, wireless Apple CarPlay going, everything like that. So that's been really nice. Now let's move my GoPro. They did change this a little bit. There's my window sticker. We're gonna go over that in here in just a little bit. They got this cubby, which is, or this, whatever, this tray. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. But over there we got our cigarette lighter, USB-C, USB. There's your light. It's pretty deep. It's not as big as the previous gen. This thing's honestly annoying because I just like opening this and throwing stuff in here. I'm probably gonna take that little tray out, but yep, that's that. Then you got your 2 cup holders. We just click that. Let her slide back. While we're looking, you do have the color matched little fin right here versus it being plastic, textured plastic. Let's roll that back up. We do have the rear sliding glass, power sliding. Then this is for your tilt. If you want to look cool, just tilt that up. Then you got your lights. You can turn on all your lights in here, or that's for your door. Then you can turn your lights on and off right here, all of them. Then your OnStar and all that garbage, right? Auto dimming mirror. You don't have to do anything about that. This thing is thick because it's for the adaptive cruise control. The speaker design is different. I think it's really cool looking, the shape that they went with. Let's hop in the back. Let's go over that. As you see, some bed lights. The back doors to me look pretty much identical as far as this lower portion. This obviously has the nice wood trim, the new handles. Really, really like that. Looks awesome. Obviously, we got the Boo Boo floor mats, which I have some from my last truck to put in here. But yeah, this is her. Nice leather. It's got your little compartments here. Your back hump 3000. Some cup holders. If you don't like someone, make them ride right there because that's not comfortable. Obviously, I've already got Knox's car seat in here and all my junk thrown in there to keep the truck clean for this video. But yeah, car seat fits great. Obviously, coming out of my 06, ton more room back here. It's been very nice. Don't have to have the front seat scooted way up in order for him to have tons of leg room where he can't kick my seat. Yeah, all this is pretty much the same. You got your under seat storage. Then here we've got our AC, USB, USB-C. This does have heated rear seats. Like I said, it's part of the same thing as the front. They're not working right now. It's gonna have to be retrofitted, but in the future, we will have heated rear seats for our friends and family. 2 cup holders right there. Lights, got your clothes hangers right there. This button right here releases this top part. Pops that up, gives you a little bit of storage right there. And obviously this one down here, that's your little storage compartment here. Got those little pockets, more wood grain, which is awesome. That matches. I love everything. I think the only thing that stands out weird is that design on the steering wheel. It doesn't match anything else. I don't know why they didn't just do it chrome, and I don't know why they didn't do it up there. At least they should have done those gloss black or something. I know everything in here is a fingerprint magnet already, so what does it matter? Got your flip ups. Ooh, wow, that's a terrible color. Maybe that's a good color for your skin. I'm not sure. But yeah, that is the complete walk around on the interior of the 22 GMC Sierra. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Check out the engine bay. I've honestly not even looked at it, so I don't even know if it's any different than the previous gen. Sorry about the wind. Let's see here. There we go. So if my recollection is correct, it looks the exact same. This is a 5.3 with the 10-speed and 342 gears. We got the max trailering package, which allowed us to get that. 355 horse, 383 foot-pounds of torque. It's no rocket ship, but for the average Joe, someone that likes to tow, daily drive, all those kind of things, perfectly capable. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see what this thing will do performance-wise, because I'm going to beat the snot out of it and see what it can do, and then throw some mods at it and go from there. But yeah, pretty standard engine bay, nothing too crazy. All right, so let's quickly go over our complete window sticker. I'm not going to read everything, but I'm going to read all of my options. Let's just start off with 22 GMC Sierra SLT. The exterior is onyx black, interior is jet black. It is the 5.3 with DFM. I unfortunately did not get hit with the micro shortage and not get DFM on this truck. It does actually have it working. 10-speed auto transmission. Now down here with the MPG, it's saying 15, 19, 17 combined. I have definitely gotten better than that, and 100% believe that I will always get better than that until I go oversized tires. I feel like that rating is much lower, but this truck does have the 342 gears, so I'm guessing that's what brings it down. If you're doing a lot of high-speed driving, it's probably going to hurt it. So here's all your standard warranty, standard stuff, right? Performance, you got your locking rear, single speed transfer case, trailer brake controller, power, yeah, all that jazz, right? So y'all can pause and read if you want to read all of that. Standard vehicle price is $54,500. So then this is all of the options that I added when I ordered it. So 2 packages I ended up going with, they had things that I wanted, like single things, but they were built in with a package, so I had to get them. So let's go over them. SLT convenience package, which was $1,670. That came with the front bucket seats, the center console with USB ports, wireless charging, Bose premium sound system, power rake and telescoping steering column. Then we got the SLT preferred package, which was $1,050. This is adaptive cruise control, rear sliding power window, universal home remote, and then we've got power sunroof. This is $995. And then the max trailering package, which gives you a 9.76 rear axle and 3.42 axle ratios. That comes with enhanced cooling, revised shock tuning, heavy duty springs, increased RGA WR, and then it has a 220 amp alternator, and then Onyx Black. In addition, over here we've got the Pro Grade trailering system, hitch guidance, sorry, that was $490. Hitch guidance with rear view trailer brake control, in-vehicle trailering app, and then I have credits of $50 for my heated and cooled seats not functioning properly. Currently, like it says, includes retrofit. So then we've got gross vehicle weight, 7,300 pounds. Rear axle ratios, 342, and then 18-inch 6-spoke machined aluminum wheels. There is your MSRP total. So there is your window sticker on the truck. Everything else is pretty much standard for GMC Sierra that's been out since 19, but we'll go around it anyways. So right here, I've already been making fun of the stock wheels. I didn't care for the stock wheels because I'm going to be changing them anyway, so there's no reason for me to spend extra money on better looking wheels, but these are pretty terrible. They look like the old Moto Metal Skull wheels. They are 18s, 265, 65, 18 Michelin. Absolute garbo. Just not my cup of tea. Obviously on the GMCs, you got the whole black trim right here. Got this good looking fender badge, 5.3 liter V8. It's got like a little metallic in there, looks really cool. Now here we've got our mirrors, which are power, heat, power folding, everything. And they obviously have the light in the front. Sorry about the sound, they just let a tournament out, everybody is flying. Then down here, we've got a couple more things. As you see right there, I think that's our little puddle light. Obviously the SLT, you got the chrome cap on top, and I've been battling bugs as you can see as well. SLT, you got the chrome all the way around, chrome handles. It says Sierra right there. Work our way back here. 4x4 badge, not decal, not a sticker, it's a badge. That's definitely coming off ASAP. Just a solid, good looking truck in my opinion. Back here we got a bunch of badges from the dealership, GMC Sierra, SLT, all the dealership stuff, and then we do have the Multi-Pro. We've got 2 cameras right here. So this is going to be to drop the tailgate. This is going to drop the top portion of the tailgate. So just hit that, it lets itself down, or you can hit the button on the dash, or you can use the key fob. And then obviously here, showing y'all this top one, you hit that, folds that down. Click this, folds this down. It's a nice step. You can obviously add your speakers, your lights, whatever you want down here. And then they took a little bit of a note out of Ford's handbook. You've got this little handle. So, sorry about the wind, guys. This step paired with that handle, you're able to get into the back of the truck very easily. So here we do not have a bed view camera. Obviously you can tell we do have a sunroof and a rear power sliding. And I did not get bedliner because I was trying to build an affordable truck and forgot to add the bedliner back when I was doing all of the different options. And then once I submitted the truck an hour later, I could not they couldn't get it to change in the system, so I'm gonna have to do that aftermarket. But definitely just go ahead and do it. It's like 500 bucks or something. Go ahead and do it when you're ordering your truck. Put that away. This thing you do have to push in annoyingly hard, and you can flip this up at the same time, or if you're doing, you know, hauling some lumber or whatever, your ladder sticking out, have it like that. I have seen one person in person actually using it for something like that, so that was kind of cool. Got your standard LED taillights, and they do say Sierra in them right there. This does not have the tips in the bumper, which is part of a package, and I'm glad I didn't want them. I had them on my Trail Boss. I ended up swapping that bumper out for a flat bottom anyways. So this one does have the single, which while we're under here, you can just take a peek. This truck does have the max trailering package. So some things, including the suspension tuning, and I think something with the leaf springs is also changed. For that package, it does have the 342 gears instead of the 323s. Same kind of jazz around here. One thing that is cool to mention with the SLT, obviously this is all chrome, but these bits are gloss black versus like on my Trail Boss where they were textured black. And your little shark fin up here is also color matched. It's not textured black, so that's really cool. Most everything aside from the fenders is all going to be body color, which is awesome, and we're going to be able to do that. The mirrors are not color matched for some unknown reason, but we're probably going to tackle that as well. So that's pretty much it for the outside. You do still have a fishing pole here in 2022, which is crazy. Oh, I did want to mention the windshield wipers. This has the automatic sensing rain whatever system, so when it starts raining, it automatically senses it, and it will start your windshield wipers without you, because we've gotten that lazy. But yeah, you still do have a fishing pole. Not sure why. I guess it's just the old tried and true. Here is your new key fob. Feels relatively good. You got your lock unlock, which if you lock it, your mirrors will fold in. You hit unlock, they'll fold out, and you'll have your cool running lights come on. Then obviously you hit lock, hit that twice. Remote start, hit this twice, and down comes your tailgate. Unfortunately, it does not pick itself back up, but still pretty handy. And you got your bed lights. So let's get under here, crawl up on the ground, show y'all all up underneath here if the lighting is decent. Standard suspension. This is the max trailering, so it could be a little bit different if you don't have that, but our angles are completely flat as they could possibly be. Got your skid plates, wind deflectors, bunch of bass boats trying to beat each other to the fishing hole. Let's crawl underneath here. All your standard stuff. There's your single speed transfer case. There's our exhaust with our super cool pinched flat exhaust. This does have extra cooling with the max trailering package, so I'm sure there's some kind of extra cooler on this thing somewhere. Haven't really got under the truck at all other than this video right now. And I'm not sure what size tank. I've been looking, haven't been able to find what size fuel tank this thing has, but it's saying that I'm gonna get well over 500 miles of range, and that is incredible if this is a standard 23-24 gallon tank like my previous trucks have been, because those would struggle to get over 400. I'll show you all the stickers as well right here. There's all of your info for that. Down here, there's your trailering information. Hopefully y'all can actually see that. But that is the underneath view. Sorry if it wasn't super bright, but give y'all a little bit of a look. Figured we'd have a little driving portion as well, just to talk about how this thing drives and handles and all that jazz. And really all there is to say is it's extremely nice. So it's super quiet. Obviously having the little street tires, you don't really hear any tire noise. You don't really hear any wind noise. The only thing I hear is the stupid car seat rattling. It's about to drive me nuts. I got to get that rattle fixed. But yeah, dude, it feels solid. There's no weird cracks or rattles or anything. The only really thing you hear is the engine, which sounds really good, especially when you're matting on it. I feel like it's louder in this than it was in my Trail Boss for some reason, which doesn't make sense. It also seems quieter. I don't have any tires on or anything like that, so maybe that's the thing. Stock Trail Boss tires are extremely loud, and then going to more aggressive mud tires even louder, so that probably has something to do with it. But yeah, man, overall extremely comfortable. Obviously all the tech features extremely nice. Just overall everything, initial feel, it's amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. Feels so good in here. So not much to say other than it's been great. I expect it to keep being great. Dude, I just got done washing this thing. Freaking look at it. I didn't dry it off very good. Just squeegeed and hit the road, but dadgum, I'm terrified of this black paint. I know I'm destroying it already, even though I'm trying to be careful. But I just ain't gonna worry about swirl marks. They're just gonna have to happen. But dude, it looks freaking awesome. View of the headlights, fog lights, running lights. Super bright. They're shining on me, as you can see. I got some night footage as well that you can see.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden